Hello traders, welcome back to the Forex Geek where we dive deep into the tool that can help you make smarter trading decisions. And in today's video, we're going to explore how to start CFD trading, a powerful way to participate in the financial markets without owning the underlying assets. You will learn exactly what CFDs are, how they work, and the practice steps you will need to take to begin trading confidently and responsibly. So stay with me until the end to gain a clear understanding that can set you on the right path in your CFD trading journey. Now, what is CFD trading? The CFD trading is also known as a contract for difference. A CFD is a financial instrument that allows you to trade on price movements of various assets without owning the underlying asset itself. Instead of buying and selling the actual stock, commodity, index or currency, you will need to go into a contract with a broker to exchange the difference in the asset price from the time you open the position to when you choose to close it. This means you can profit from both rising and falling markets. If you believe the price of the assets will go up, you would open a buy or long position. And if you think the price will fall, you open a sell or short position. This flexibility is one reason why CFDs has become popular among traders. One important feature of CFD trading is leverage. Leverage allows you to control a larger position using small amount of your own capital called margin. While this can increase your potential gain, it can also increase risks because losses are magnified in the same way. CFDs cover a wide range of markets including shares, forex pairs, commodity like gold and oil, and major indices like the S&P 500. You do not need to buy the actual assets or worry about physical delivery. Instead, your profit or losses depends on the price difference. Another aspect to understand is the spread, which is the difference between the bid price, which is what buyers pays, and the ask price, what the sellers receive. This spread is one of the primary costs you pay when trading CFDs. Costs may also include overnight finances fee if you keep position open beyond a trading day. Dis can charge Dis charges can be applied for leverage used and varies depending on the asset and your broker. Now let's see the trading strategy we can use to start trading CFDs successfully. Trading CFDs successfully requires a clear plan, discipline and an understanding of how to manage risks adequately. Here is a comprehensive step-by-step approach to guide you through starting and trading the CFDs effectively. The first one would be to choose the regulated broker. You have to choose a regulated broker. Your first priority is to select a broker that is fully regulated by a recognized authority. Regulation requires and ensures that your funds are held safely in your account and that the broker adheres to strict financial standards, compared fees, platform features, customer support and available markets. You have to look for brokers overseas by bodies such as the Financial Conduct Authority known as FCA or Australian Security and Investment Commission ASIC. Confirm their margin requirements and leverage option to match your risk tolerance when trading. A reliable broker lays the foundation for safe and consis ten t trading. Before risking any capital, you have to verify that your broker is regulated by a top tier authority that was mentioned above before and offer a trading platform you find intuitive and affordable. The second step would be to open a demo account. Now, once you have chosen a broker, you have to open a demo account to practice without risk. Demo account uses live market data but visual forms, allowing you to explore other types of charts, starting tools, account setting, treat demo trades as if they were real. Apply your analysis. You have to set risk limits and record your outcomes. This hand-on experience builds confidence and review any platform quirks before you commit real capital to the market. You have to spend at least 2 weeks practicing to develop a clear routine. You have to use the demo environment to test your ideas, get comfortable with the platform, and you can trade your first real CDS, CFD with full confidence. The third step would be to select your trading market. The CFDs covers a wide range of assets, stocks, indices, Forex and commodities. Rather than trading everything at once, you have to focus on one market that matches your knowledge and interest. Research the typical drivers of the market, earning reports for stocks, economic indicators for Forex and supply trends for commodities. Understand this fundamental makes your technical analysis more meaningful. As you gain experience, you can diversify into additional markets. So you need to pick one market to start studying, then you will build your experience before branching out into other assets. The first step will be to apply basic technical analysis. Technical analysis helps you to time your entries and exits. You can begin with two simple indicators, your 20 period moving average and your 50 period moving average and your relative strength index. This is your relative strength index and your simple moving average. The MA, the moving average, shows the average price over 50 bars, smoothing out noise and highlighting trend direction, while the RSI measures momentum on a scale of 0 to 100. Reading above 70 suggests overbought conditions, while reading below 30 indicates oversold levels. Combining these two signals, for example, looking for buying opportunity, you look for buying opportunity when price crosses above your moving average. As you can see, when price crosses above your moving average and your RSI is rising from below 50. Once it's rising from below 50 and price is above your moving average, this indicates a buying signal and you are looking to enter a buy trade. Why you can confirm with chart patterns such as support and resistance levels to reduce false signal. You can also use your 50 period moving average to determine the trend and the RSI to gauge momentum before taking any trade. So for a sell trade, you need to wait for price to be trading below your 50 period moving average and you wait for price to trade your RSI to move below 50 region. That will signify that you are in a selling position. Now, the fifth step will be to set risk management rules. Effective risk management protects your capital and ensures survival through losing streaks. Decide in advance how much of your total account you will risk per trade, typically 1% or less. You have to calculate your position size based on the distance between your entry and your stop loss levels. Always use stop loss orders to cap potential losses and take profit orders to lock in gains at predetermined level. Remember to aim for a minimum of 1:2 risk to reward ratio, meaning you target twice the potential reward relative to your risk. This disciplined approach preserve your edge. Even if only half of your trade succeed, you will be in profit. Never enter a trade without a preset stop loss and a take profit level, and only risk a small fraction of your trading account on a single trade. The sixth step would be to execute your first live trade. When you move to a live account, you start with a very small position size by identifying a clear setup based on your moving average and your RSI signal plus market structure. Place your entry, your stop loss and your take profit simultaneously. You have to also monitor the trades without micromanaging. Let your rules play out. If price moves in your favor, consider adjusting your stop loss to break even or trail it behind. You have to consider trailing it behind, or you take your stop loss to break even. This lock in profits while giving your trade rooms to breathe. The seventh step would be to review and refine your strategy. At the end of each week, you have to review every trade in your journal. You have to record entries and exit condition, position size, emotional state, and any deviation from your plan. You have to analyze your winning and losing pattern to identify strengths and weaknesses. Adjust your indicator settings, risk parameters, or trade timing based on this feedback. Continuous refinement turn your trading approach into a reliable system over time. So you have to keep detailed records of your trade and review them regularly to learn from both your success and your losses. Now, economic events and news release can cause sudden price swing in CFD market. Make it a habit to always check economic calendar each morning and understand how major announcements such as interest rate decision or economic reports might affect your chosen market. Combine this fundamental awareness with your technical framework and it will help you avoid surprise and spot high probability trades in the market. Alright traders, we have come to the end of this video. Engage with us in the comments below. We want to hear about your experiences. And if you found this video helpful, do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Turn on your notification bell so that you wouldn't miss out on more trading tips and strategies. Thank you for watching and I will see you in the next video.